this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. Oh, crash. What was that crashing down behind me? My trimmer. Hi, thank you for joining me today. This is the card we're going to make today. Apologies to those of you that have asked me where my video is. I've had a couple of inquiries about this card. I posted it ages ago on my blog. I'm really sorry it's taken me so long. As some of you know, October was really a washout for me. I had an injury, which meant I couldn't sit at my desk and do anything. So I'm really behind with getting all my videos out, but I am trying to catch up. So today I'm bringing you this card. So those of you who've been asking, I hope you enjoy it. Right, okay, so you can push the little wings up like that on this card. So a little butterfly wall card, I think this one could be described as. So what we're going to do is we're going to change up the colours a little bit today. The butterflies are going to be bluey greens rather than the wall. So I'm going to use Tahitian Tide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a little palette by just pushing a clear block into the stamp pad, and that gives you some ink to work with. And then again, Tahitian Tide, there we go. So those are going to be the colours of my butterflies, and I'm just going to paint them onto our watercolour paper with, and I've forgotten to get them out, one of our aqua painters. Here we go. So our water painters, these are called. They're not our aqua painters. Let's find the one I want, that one. Oh, it's not got much water in it. It'll do. I think I'll have enough in here. Should have. So I'm just going to scribble a little bit of water. If that's coming out, just need to make sure that that's... Can I see that coming? Yeah, that's a little bit coming out. Just onto my watercolour paper, just to give me a bit of wetness to dump these inks into. I just need an area that's big enough to cut out my 3 butterflies. And then I'm going to take my brush and pick up some ink and then splodge it on my watercolour paper. So I'm not going to clean my brush. I'm going to go to the blue because I'd quite like these colours to blend anyway, so I'm not going to clean my brush in between each time. So just little splodges of colour. Back to the green. So my butterflies aren't symmetrical, as you can see from here. They just had little watercolour. There we go. There we go. Just a little area. Enough for the... So we're going to use a butterfly die, so you can just try. This is the little die we're using. So I can cut one from there, one from there. That'll be plenty of room. So I'm just going to put that to one side to dry while we do the rest of the card. I wanted to do that first so that it had time to dry. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to use Petal Pink and Blushing Bride as our basics for our wall. And then we're going to fill in some bricks with Calypso Coral. So first of all, I need to score my card blank. At 10.5. So this is my normal card blank. It measures 15 centimetres by 21. And then I score at 10.5, which gives us our card blank. Just grab my bone folder. Like so, and then we've got a panel that fits on there, and I have made my panel a centimetre smaller than my card blank, which means that there should be a ½ centimetre border roughly. That doesn't look straight to me. I'm just going to check that I've cut that straight. Didn't look, no, it's not straight, look. So I just need to trim off that side. So there we go, that should look better. Let's try that again. There we go. So that's going to fit on there like that. But first of all, we need to die cut our bricks. So we're going to take this. I'm going to move my grid paper out of the way because otherwise my cut and emboss sends it skidding all over the place. Take that, and we need the 4 plates, 4 normal plates. So number 1, the big thick one. Number 2, the thin white one. And 2 number 3s, a bottom one and a top one. And then we're going to position our wall. Now you can see on here, let's measure down, let's make it accurate, about 2.5 centimetres down. So if I measure 2.5, oh, that's got a mark on it, don't want that then, turn it over, 2.5 centimetres down. If I just make a little mark there, and then I can position my die roughly there. I want it central in the centre of the card, but about 2.5 centimetres down you start doing this. So line it up and then hold it in place with some washi tape and then send it through. So you're going to have to do this 4 times. Like so. So just get all these bits out of the way. And just get these out of the die as well. And then we're going to reposition the die. So just carefully take up the washi tape. We don't want it to tear our cardstock, so just be a bit gentle taking that off. Sometimes it's still got a little bit too much sticky, even though I do try and take that off. Oh, let's just remove that one. So now, so that went on that way, I think, did it? Oh no, that way. So we're going to turn it round now and do it, and we're going to do it slightly further over. So this is not going to be quite so central. Which way should we do it? Yeah, we'll do it that way. So move it over a little bit, like so. Washi tape it down again. Of course, you can position your bricks wherever you want to. Don't have to do them exactly like mine. You might want them all centralised. Whatever floats your boat. There we go. Take all those off. And then once again, reposition. Turn it round and then bring it back over the other way. Like so. I'm on a mission to try and use every die in die sets that I've got, because I tend to quite often just use a couple of the dies. So this was an attempt to try and use this die in the set, and I quite like it actually. I think it gives a nice background. Right, okay, that's got to go around that way. Let's just get rid of these bits off here. And one more, and we're going to centralise this one again. I'm going to put this one in the centre, like so. There we go. That's that, but we still need this die because I want to do a few infilled bricks. You can see on here I've used mint macaron to infill a few bricks, so I want to do that with the Calypso coral. So just going to put that through with a little piece of Calypso coral. What I'm going to try and do is leave the die in place so that it'll be easier for me to tell where the bricks belong. So are they staying in place? A couple have come out, but a couple are still in there, which will be quite useful. So I could just piece those ones back in with my tweezers. So if I put these back in the die, and then when I come to fill in the gaps on my card, they will be easier to do. There we go. So I'll just put that to one side. And now what I need to do is to go back to my watercoloured piece, which is more or less dry now, and take my butterfly die and just die cut my butterflies. So we'll do one over here. So my previous card, I used the background, the card blank was Pool Party. I used soft sea foam for the panel and mint macaron to fill in the bricks. And then I did pink butterflies. Pink, and I think I used polished pink and pale papaya, I think, from memory. Okay, now I need to do another one, so we'll do one over here. You don't have to use watercolour paper to do this. You can do it on a shimmer card, you could even do it on Whisper White, as long as you don't wet it too much and don't scrub, because the paper will disintegrate. Whereas the watercolour paper is designed to hold the water, which is why I'm using it. I'm just using it, just in case you wonder what the nose is, I'm just using a ruler to just scooch those bits off. And then we just need one more butterfly. We'll do that over here. So they're not symmetrical, my butterflies. I haven't gone out to make sure that the wings on each side match. They're just a watercolour splodge. Right, and now we should have all the pieces that we need to get our card put together. So I can put my emboss and cut down and get back to our card. So here's our card blank, and this is going on here. Let's just rub out that pencil mark and just take a little bit of Tombow. Oops, that's a bit wet. Just dampened my sponge before I came on camera, which is why it's absorbed a little bit of the moisture. Let's just get rid of that. You just, if you use a little bit of water in a little bit of cotton wool dampened down, it just keeps the top from drying out, so that you've always got some glue where you need it, but sometimes it pulls the water from the sponge up. Right, I'm just going to put a few little dots just to make sure that I'm holding the wall down in place. Like so. So that will just make sure my bricks aren't floating up in the air, I hope. And that is going to lay it onto here. Like so. Just give that a good push. Like so. If I was doing this for real, I've got a big pile of books behind me, and I sometimes just put them under the big pile of books just to flatten them out before I come back to them. But for today, because I'm on camera, I'm not going to do that. Right, now I have got my Calypso coral, so I can start trying to piece that together, just putting a few. So you can see on the one that I did here, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6, 7. Oh, there we go. I didn't realise that, but that was a fluke. Okay, let's think. Let's do one down the bottom there, which is, I think, this one. That fits in there. It's just that all these bricks are slightly different, so you do need to put the right one in the right space. So there's that one. And then I've got this one that goes, I think, below the, so I might put that one there. Don't have to do this bit if you don't want to. You can just, I've got a hair here annoying me. You could just leave the bricks as they were. You don't have to do this bit. I just quite like, I think it gives it another dimension really. Okay, this one, which will be that one, I think. Oh, I've got a hair that's following me around. Stop it. Oh, still there. No, I was thinking that was there, but it's not. Oh, yes, it is. It's there. I think that goes in there, does it? No, maybe not. What have I done here? Where's that one come from? Oh, we'll fit in there. We'll do it in there. I really should have prepared some of these earlier and just speeded this bit of the video up. So go off and make a cup of tea while I'm doing this. There we go. I need to get that one out if I can. And that one goes to the left side of the little brick. Got a little brick there which helps to just navigate where you're going. There we go. I'd like to do one over here somewhere. I'd like to do that one. I'll use both of those. So let's take this one. Which is here, I think. Is it that one? Which it's harder than it looks to piece these together. I thought I had the right one, but I think that goes there. So where would that be? Is it there? I think it's there. I'm going to do that one. You can do more or less of these if you want. Doesn't have to be the same as mine. Where else do we need one? We need one over here, really, don't we? But I've used both those. I could do the little one, I guess. There's nothing to stop me using the little one. Like so. And then I'd really like one down here, so I'm going to take this one. If I can get it out. There it is. We're going to do that one. In there. There we go. That's all I'm going to do for today on here. And then all I've got to do... Oops, that doesn't want to stick. Sticking to my finger. There we go. And then I've got my 3 butterflies. Just need to make sure I've got all the little bits out of these. You can use a brush, but actually the watercolour paper is quite flexible. It's not quite dry yet. It's still a bit damp, which is why the pieces are sticking in it so much. I think if you wait until it's really dry, I'm sure they would come out better. So I'm just going to put... not quite sure about my choice of colours today. This looks a bit... fluorescent, really. That green is a bit bright, isn't it? But hey ho, we shall go with it for now. I think I prefer the colours on this one, really. What do you think? There we go. Just get those out. And that one's going over here. And then the last one, get the little bits out. And like so. And he's going down here. So there's my 3 butterflies placed. So we just need a little bit of Tombow. Just in the centre of the body of the butterfly, you need to put... Oops, there we go. Bang. Just in the middle. So you can lift, when it's dry, you can lift the wings up and give it a bit of dimension. All those little bits will get everywhere. There we go. And then to finish off, I'm just going to use a greeting from hand penned. He's going there. That says thanks. Those are the cards that I use most these days. So a bit of memento, and it's this little thanks from hand penned. I really like that handwritten font. Let's find a clear block. bit of memento, and that's just going at the bottom. Of course, you can use any message you like. You can make it a thank you, you can make it a birthday, make it whatever you like. And then, just to finish off, let's have a few dots. What should we use? I think I used these ones, which are called iridescent pearls. So we'll use iridescent pearls again. So I'm going to use the bigger ones to make more of a statement. So one up here. Do these in threes as always. One there and one there. And we are done. There you go, my watercolour butterflies on a brick wall card. Thank you for those of you that have waited so patiently for this video. I hope you like it. I hope you let me know what you think. Really not sure about this colour scheme. Might have had to think about that. I quite like the pink and the petal pink. I'm not sure about the rest of it. Hey ho, it's all trial and error. Thanks so much for watching today. If you want to purchase the butterfly set or the stamp set or the pearls or anything, all in my shop down below, be linked. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.